What is going on, guys? Luke here with another war recap from Warriors R Us. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. We were able to go against the United Empire, beat them out by 4 stars. Decent war. We left one of their Town Hall 9s unclean, but everything else in that was cleaned up very well. We also left a Town Hall 11 we were able to get 1 star on, but other than that, it was a pretty good war. So let's go ahead and jump into a couple of attacks. The first attack that I wanted to highlight was Romo. Very nice 3 star on this number 5. Sort of an internet base, but at the same time, these are difficult to get as well. Now, there was a Tesla spawned there, but he was able to pull the CC out with that hog lure, so he's pretty much good to go with that. There's a wizard and a couple archers, so that's going to be it for the CC, I'm pretty sure. So he's just going to go ahead and probably double poison this in a second. Let's go ahead and speed through that. Once that dragon's down, he's going to go ahead and start his golems in and the wizards to create the funnel. You got this Govaho cooked up with a single jump Govaho, which is a very effective attack, and that wizard's got some nice spread on the funnel there. So it's getting in there, got the funnel set really wide, goes ahead and throws the jump down. Valkyries are sprinkled in. They're going to go ahead and just swing onto that queen, knock her out in 2 seconds. Boom, she's down. The king's down too. He's going in. It'll probably drop the queen soon. There she goes. She should take that jump. There's nothing left for her to get. She's going to clean some of these buildings, and she'll be moving into the core. Valks are still up. Throws down a heal spell very wisely in the core of the base where the giant bomb went off. Everything's looking good. He's about to pop the king's ability. I would have popped it a little bit sooner. He waits to the very last second, and he doesn't get full use of the king's ability. See, he dies, and his rage is still in effect. So that's one of the things I would have done differently on this attack. But at the same time, hey, you know what? He's getting a 3 star. Hard to complain too much. So very nice surgical with his hogs coming in. He's throws down a heal spell for him as they hit that last giant bomb. There's no other giant bombs left, and he has one more heal spell, which is nice because he's going to encounter another wizard tower. So he's going to wait on that heal spell for a second, and then he's going to throw it down, sort of covering both sets of hogs. A couple hogs are going to go up to the top and get that archer tower. One joins to help him out. And the last couple of defenses are going to go down. Those hogs are going to swing back through the heal, get healed back up as they go in and encounter that last point defense, the cannon there. Queen's up at full health pretty much for the most part. She's got her ability left. There's a couple wizards on the other side of the ring. There's no doubt in my mind this is going to be a 3 star, even without knowing already what it was from the way it was set up. So very good job to Romo here. He's getting the job done. Let's go ahead and speed it up as we see his hogs clean up the base. Very, very nice job. Alright, that's going to be it for that attack. Let's go ahead and check out another one. So Black Hand had a very nice attack on number 7. Similar design in the sense that it was more or less like an internet based to a certain extent. He's going to go straight up Goho, couple golems, 27 hogs, jump and 3 heal, double poison. So let's see what he does here. So he's going to go ahead and just send in 4 hogs to go ahead and take out this point defense, and then when they move in a little bit closer to the core, that should be able to be close enough to trigger the clan castle, and sure enough it is. I think they even get that arch tower down too, so pretty point defense for 4 hogs as well as a CC lure. Pretty good value for those hogs there. He's going to go ahead and drop his poisons, get these things knocked out, so let's go ahead and speed through that. And there it is. So now let's see what he does next. I'm going to drop some golems from the top. And wizard, it's very nice because there's no point defense there. He can set that wizard down really low to funnel. Not really worried about anything. He's got that golem set really wide at the top, and the wall breakers are going to be able to get into the core of the base for the most part, and he's got that jump so he can get all the way into the central compartment very easily, which he's going to do nicely with that jump spell there. Late on the CC golem, and I think the thought there was that he was waiting to have that golem basically go in untouched and become like a new tank. I would have put that in just a little bit sooner because his king did get targeted and knocked out, but the golem was able to tank for some of those wizards, so that it was nice. And the hogs are coming in from the top and from the bottom. He's got a heal spell for him on the bottom, and he's throwing out a heal spell on the core for him as they encounter that Tesla farm. They're moving through. They left that cannon on the edge there, but that's not going to be a problem. They can swing back to get that. He's got one more heal spell left, which he's going to throw down there next to that wizard tower. Some splash damage coming at those hogs, so nice thought there. Wizards are in the core getting some cleanup. There's some wizards and a goblin and archer coming around the other side of the ring, so cleanup's already underway. That's a good sign. Just a couple point defense left, so only worry that he's left is there's a giant bomb between the cannon and that, and there's another one as well. He makes a little bit of bacon, but there's just enough of a hog to get that thing pretty much knocked out, but the golems are coming in And he's got a lot of cleanup going on. So that's that. He's got the queen's abilities. Everything's looking good for the most part. Maybe he could have deployed a couple of hogs on that cannon, because that was a pretty obvious giant bomb spot. So that may be one thing that he could have done differently. He's losing a lot of his wizards there for a second. The queen gets targeted, but she's going to have her ability, so he's going to pop that, and then the golem's going to take a shot or two, and then that's going to be it for the point defense. And the wizards and the archer queen, as well as some archers and the goblin, are going to be plenty of enough troops to clean up the rest of this. And the queen nicely has access to all of the trash as she's going to walk through that compartment on the inside, basically. So that's going to be it for this one. Good 3-star. Nice job to Blackhand. The only difference I would have made is maybe drop a couple of hogs in that cannon to trigger that double set, but then again, you don't know if it's a fresh hit, and this one was. So good job to Blackhand getting 3-star, staying with it. Let's watch Casey's attack. Casey hit number 8, and let's see what he does. Going to drop a hog. Easy clan castle lure. He doesn't. I don't think he pulls everything out, so he might drop another hog. Yep, there he goes. Drops that next hog down. That's going to get the giant, the dragon. He wisely just makes sure to get the wizards and the dragon in the poison. He's not really worried about that couple archers up there. Those archers will be dealt with pretty easily. They're not going to put a lot of damage onto his troops, so he's just going to go ahead and focus on that dragon. So let's go ahead and speed through this. And he's going to go ahead and start his attack. So he's got 3 golems, very wide on the funnel. On the bottom, notice how he leaves the central buildings for his king and his queen to target. That's a nice way for them to be really sure that there's a funnel for them. You can clean up all the buildings and then let them go where the wall breaker breaks in, but if they hit some buildings on the outside first and then they go where the wall breaker breaks, I like that a lot better. So he's got the core going in. The queen's not even killed yet, but she's engaged. That's when he sends his hogs. If you can do that, guys, if you're able to anticipate where the queen's going to be engaged at, that's excellent. So he's got 2 bombs triggered so far, one by some wizards at the top, one by the hogs at the bottom. He's dropped the heal for him. He's got 2 more left, and they're still moving through the base. He's got a couple wizards left for the cleanup. He's going to go ahead and drop that heal there. So he's just healing them early and often as he's got multiple heals. Loses quite a bit there to some spring traps, so that's not going to be the nicest, but he's going to move through the base here. He's got another heal spell, which he's probably going to drop. There it goes, in that core of highly concentrated point defense. So he's going to be able to get all the point defense there except for the Tesla and Arch Tower. Able to knock out that mortar as well, all underneath the heal. So that's nice, very nice heal spell placement. The spring traps are really costing him on this raid, but the Golemite was definitely able to tank a little bit. So he's only got 1 point defense left, and he's got 4, maybe 5 hogs left. So that's enough, and it doesn't look like they're going to counter any bombs at all. So they're going to be able to knock this thing out and get that last point defense down, and then they're going to go ahead and swing back to the base. I like to keep 1 or 2 hogs in the bag to avoid that, because as you're going around the base and you see 1 point defense that they've skipped, you can drop from the outside, like where that laboratory is. You can drop or research lab, wherever it is. You can drop a couple of hogs from that to get that arch tower, so that way they don't have to swing back. But a very nice attack. I can't complain. It's a 3-star. So let's go ahead and speed through this. Queen's ability still unused. King has full health. There's a Golemite left, a couple of wizards, and got a couple hogs. Cleanup's going to be no problem at all. They're going to get this thing done for 3 stars. So nice job to Casey. Let's go and check out the next attack. I think the next one's going to be my attack, and then we'll go and jump down and see 2 8s, and then that'll be it for the war cap. So this one was a little bit lower level wall, still a maxed out 9 as far as defenses goes. I'm going to come in with an air, so I'm not even worried about the walls necessarily. So I'm trying to come in here and get the lure with some hogs, but it doesn't work out, so I just went ahead and ignored it. I'm not going to worry about the lure too much. So I dropped down 2 golems, open up my wall breaker. I could have waited a second on those wall breakers, but it doesn't end up mattering because the funnel that I needed on the right got accomplished anyway. I got that army camp down. King and queen are going to go in. Jump spell goes down. We're just going to be moving through the base. I've got a rage for the kill squad. I think I'm using it here. I can't remember. The king goes in here, knocks out that level 8 king, no problem at all. Out comes the kill squad. Out comes the clan castle. So I'm going to go ahead and drop poison down on the troops there. Queen goes down no problem. I've gotten, let's see, I've gotten 2 air defense down so far, and that's as much as I'm going to be able to get to. I was hoping that the Queen would swing over to the right and get that air defense. She definitely can get to it, but all my tanks died. The one that's left, the tank that's left is over to the left. That golem is not going to be helping out my Queen. So I've already popped her ability, and she's targeting that sweeper, which is nice that she's able to almost get it down. Doesn't quite get to it, but that's going to be okay because I've gotten a nice pattern for my loons and everything to move through. So I've got like more of like a straight pattern. So I just go ahead and drop a rage, and they're going to move through the base. I've only got 2 hounds, but I've got 2 air defense to do it from. And my balloons are raged up, and they're going to move rather quickly from that sweeper over to the air defense and kill that without taking too much damage. The pups are able to kill up all those air skellies and get that done. So I've gotten the haste to move in those loons, and as they move across, I'm going to go ahead and wait for it. And then as they kind of sort of move in, look at that spread on the loons. It was really nice the way they kind of just all moved independently, so the wizard tower couldn't get a lot of splash on them. And then they also gotten the point defense down at identical times. So that's going to be it for this base. There's plenty of pups to clean up the back end as the loons take some of the higher HP buildings like the town hall and swing over to help with the storages. So let's go ahead and speed through this and see the cleanup in action. But that's going to be it for the 3-star. So not exactly the plan, but hey, it works. And that's the thing about a lot of these 3-stars, especially as a fair play guy. You never know what is going to happen when you attack, so it's better to just kind of go with the flow. Let's check out. I think this might have been one of DJ's last wars as Town Hall 8. So let's go ahead and check his attack out, and then we'll check out Crazy Killer Jr., and then we'll go ahead and call it a quit. Call it a wrap for the stack. So he goes ahead and takes out that Glen Castle, just a double poison. We've seen this all day long. Guys, if you can see that's drawable, just throw it on the hog down. If it's all archers, maybe you don't want to do it. It's a little bit different practice. You'll see that in the next war. I'll show you a way to do that to deal with CC. So here we go. Queen's coming in, level 1. So he is a Town Hall 9 now, so he's able to get this base cleaned out very nicely. This is his first Town Hall 9 attack, I guess, so he's still hitting 8s, but that's to be expected as you kind of get into the game. So congratulations on that Town Hall 9. We'll be watching his attacks as he develops. It's nice to see some of our guys getting up there. So very good attack. I guess I went through the whole thing on 4 speed, so sorry about that, DJ, but nice attack, very well done. Let's go ahead and check out one more, and then we'll call it a wrap for this one. Yep, Crazy Killer Jr. He's the guy that I wanted to show you guys his attack. So look at this base, guys. It's a very, very spread out base. These ones are anti-dragon, and he goes ahead and takes it out with dragons. So the most important thing when it's spread out like this is to go ahead and set a really wide funnel. You want to just let the dragons cut the sides out, get a really, really wide funnel. And look, he's zapping that back air defense with the BBQ. He's got 1 rage left. So once that funnel is set and those dragons are moving in, he's going to start sending out a couple more dragons to reinforce right there on that cannon. There's nothing left for them to go except for the core. So they just pours the dragons right into that one spot. I think there might have been an open spot on the base, which is really nice. He goes ahead and takes out the Clan Castle, as well as the fact that there was empty spots in the base that he could drop his troops in the core. So he's able to drop some balloons to take out that air defense there. So the base design wasn't the best. He's able to really exploit that and take advantage of that. But definitely, you got to be patient with your funnel. He could have probably gotten the job done without those loons in the core, but definitely helped him out a lot. So if you guys see a base like this, the most important thing to do is to set a nice wide funnel. Be very patient with how everything's moving. Make sure you're lightning the correct air defense, and also, which is the one that's away from the sweeper. Come from the side that's away from the sweeper, especially on a big base like this. You can't afford for your dragons to waste any time at all. He gets the job done very quickly, so the air defenses are all down, so let's go ahead and speed it up. We know that with dragons, once you get the air defense down, it's more or less going to be a 3-star if you got enough healthy dragons left, which he does. And he goes ahead and just knocks this base out very, very nicely. So good job to Crazy Killer Jr. and all the other guys. Warriors Are Us to get the war win here, 55-51 against United Empire. That's going to be it for this war recap. Until next time, this is Luke reminding you guys to clash on.